Hello, everyone, and welcome to How Many Ones? This is episode 3, and in this episode, we're going to be doing a after-release review of the Idoneth Deepkin book. My name's Matt Clark, and with me, as always, we have
Paul Buckler
and
Richard Belfield, Dorset's answer to Pedro Pascal.
if you say so. Does that mean we can comment on how good or bad you were in Fantastic Four?
Yeah, why not, mate? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I quite enjoyed it personally. Amy wasn't very sure, but I quite liked it.
Fair. It looks interesting. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's worth seeing it. It's very much like a more of like one of the early movies than one of the newer ones. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
It feels more like that, but I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
I think this is a record for getting sidetracked, isn't it? Already.
Yeah, it's fine. Sidetrack is always good. As we're slowly sweating away on this very hot evening,
melting.
So, how have you guys been hobbying much, or been a bit affected by the weather?
I've done a bit. Oh, I've jumped ahead of you again, Rich.
That's fine. You crack on, Paul, mate. Give me a chance to think.
So yeah, I have. So I did that Entoyment first 2 day for AOS. I was spare player.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't needed on day one. So I built a load of KO. So
cool.
The overlords are getting on table. So yeah, I've been cracking on with those.
Nice. Rich, you've been up to much? I know you've been doing quite a bit of old worldy stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, so I finished my old world army, went to an event, which was a lot of fun. Won the first game, lost the last two, but learned a lot, and that's the important thing.
That's good. Done any AOS bits as well, apart from Dreamy of Skaven? Or
no, unfortunately not. No, it's not that I've just been distracted because I am a bit of a magpie. So something shiny and I haven't done it before, I'll get interested in it. The other thing is the new Heresy box set. I've been painting some Heresy models and losing my mind at getting the right kind of green for Sons of Horus.
Okay.
Can you not just buy Sons of Horus green?
Yeah, there is one called Sons of Horus green.
Well,
you think that would be a good colour to use for Sons of Horus?
Now you think that, and then I do it, and then it's like, well, even on the GW official paint video, you then put another paint over it. Not like a wash, you just like put a contrast paint over it to then go over it differently. But it's fine. I've got there in the end, and I've got a scheme I don't hate. And this poor little model I've got looks like he's 500 layers of paint, but he's there.
Wow.
And then I've now got a scheme down to do the rest of it. So I'll be cracking on with that this week. And then it's back onto some Skaven.
Okay. Glad to hear you haven't totally abandoned your Skaven. I'm sure they'd be very upset.
Oh, that's fine. They'll just stab me in the back some way. They're usually good at that.
Yeah.
But
I still haven't done much because as I said last time, my eyes are still recovering from my
wanking too much
elective eye operation. So
there you go. There's our explicit content straight away.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And what's the other injury you've got as well at the same time, Matt?
The other, I did hurt my thumb.
So this is confirmed.
Well, no, Tristan trapped it in a door. He didn't mean to because he's young, but he did traps it in there. Not very useful when you're trying to be a chiropractor.
No,
and you can't use your hand.
You can't jab your thumb into somebody's pressure point.
Idea. But I have been able to just about half make Lord Screech for my Skaven list I want to do. So
where did that come from? Skaven? You're doing Skaven now?
Well, because I looked at that, there was one of the lists I think that won. It was a Skaven list that won the GT.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was looking at it and thinking, well, it looks quite cool. And I've got loads of Skaven still, and it's not really worth much to sell. So I was like, may as well just do an army of it, and then at least maybe it's worth more money in the future when they're not in a box set. So I was like, well, if I do an army for it, may as well.
No, okay, that makes sense.
And I'm half it's painted, so
and they are really
as much to paint.
You can get some good mileage out of them now, especially if you go for the soggy Scourge of Gairan Grey Seer
Yeah,
Very
on the
good.
bell.
The soggy one.
Yeah,
Why is
that's
it
it.
called soggy?
Scourge of Glyran, SOG.
Right.
It's
Okay,
an
speaking
internet
of soggy.
colloquial term.
Oh, I don't use the internet, so I wouldn't know this sort of thing.
So, right, guys, this podcast is bringing sport to you by
dodgy eyesight and a bad thumb. I think you're on the internet a lot.
Okay.
What's worrying is that's after the age verification law came in, so I'm even more concerned.
So we're going to do today. What we're going to do is, so Rich doesn't know very much about Deepkin. He hasn't read the book, but Paul and I have. So we're going to
For
kind
me,
of go through.
IDK means I don't know.
Yeah, for you, that's fine. Paul and I will go through the scrolls and the traits and that sort of thing, and then Rich will provide a little bit of sort of more instant reaction.
Yeah,
which should be quite interesting, hopefully. We're also then going to talk through. Paul and I both done some lists, which we'll talk through, and I've been looking at the latest results from. I used the Goonhammer website because they have BCP stuff on there.
Yeah,
just to see if we can see any Deepkin in there, to see if they have sort of impacted anything yet. But we'll talk about that a bit later. So, if we start with the battle trait.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is quite similar to the previous one in that you had this. They're still tides, but you have two charts of them now. Isn't that right, Paul?
Yeah. So instead of just doing a single progression through 5 abilities for rounds 1 to 5, now you've got the option to change between 2 tides. So there's I don't know probability, but there's a lot of combinations out of those, isn't there? So
yeah. So the only restriction is if you have to stay on the same tide if you want to get to the end of it. You can't switch between them. When you restart, you go back to the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
So it means that it gives you some flexibility. So I'll go through the tide of the sea, and then Paul, if you do the tide of the storm,
I'll do the storm. Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll kind of go through that. So the first ability, which is with the level 1 ability, let's call it to be simpler.
And would that be? Sorry to interrupt. Would that be turn 1? It's not
So these are all once per battle round abilities.
Okay.
Some of them are any hero phase, and some are your hero phase. Okay, but it's only once per battle round you can do it. So if you,
but you go up the tree like you did before, and it's per round.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So the best time you turn 3 would be when you could be on the third ability. If you hadn't then decide to switch to the sea or storm, depending which one you weren't on, essentially.
Yeah, got it.
So the first ability is called the Concealing Tide, and that makes for the rest of the battle round, it's -1 from hit rolls for attacks that target Deepkin units that have not charged. So that's shooting and combat.
Yep.
Okay? That's the first one. So you could do that turn 1 if you wanted to, or you could do it in response if someone double turns you, which is quite good. If you stay on the same chart, so level 2 on Tide is called Swift Tide. And that one is, for the rest of the battle round, you can use run and still shoot and or charge later in the turn. So that's very similar to the...
that's
what it was called now, but there's a second one of the old one was that, wasn't it?
It's great for your sharks because they get to run, shoot, then charge. So really helpful.
So nice and powerful. And those two are both any hero phase. So you could do it in response if you wanted to, which is quite useful.
Yeah.
The last one of it is only in your hero phase. So your opponent's going to know this is going to happen.
And it only lasts for your turn as well.
Yeah, this one's only your turn. And this one gives all of your units strike first. And that's called the Sea's Embrace. If you want to be
embraced by the sea.
Yeah.
So that's a big change to what it was before, where it was strike first in both players' turns.
Yeah. So definitely not as powerful in that way, but the flexibility is definitely more. And to be honest, you had no -1 to hit before, did you?
No. It
not for everything.
Cover for a while, didn't you? And stuff. Yeah.
And then there was an Eidolon Ishran ritual that could make you invisible if you were 12 or more
Yeah.
away.
Yes.
But I think I'd much rather have -1 to hit in combat and shooting.
It's great because if you're going second in the turn and your opponent's got an Alpha Strike army, you can go, well, I'm going to be -1 to hit this turn when you come and hit me. So,
Yeah.
great.
Okay. So then, do you want to take us through the storm then?
Tides of the Storm. So we'll start with the Unpredictable Tide. And this is pick an Idoneth Deepkin unit that's not in combat. Not in combat's quite important. And then remove it from the battlefield and set it up again, wholly within 7 of the battlefield edge and more than 9 from all enemy units. So a teleport, basically.
Yeah.
For free.
And that's a your hero phase one as well.
It is indeed.
So you can't do it in the enemy hero phase.
No. And then level 2 is at any hero phase again, so you can use it as a reaction if your opponent wants to go first in the turn. And then that's a -1 to all of their rend from their attacks for the rest of the battle round. So everything that attacks you is -1 rend. So a bit similar to the -1 to hit. It's a protective kind of tide, and that's called. Why did I get this?
There's a reason why I picked the other one.
Inexorable Tide.
Yeah.
And then finally we have the Storm's Wrath. And that's your hero phase, and it gives everybody crit mortals for the rest of the turn. Now that's not going to work on your companion attacks. So things like your eels aren't going to get that. It's going to work on the elves that are riding it.
Yeah. But it would work on Eidolons.
Yes, it would work on Eidolons because they're not companions.
On their base attacks, but not on the fishies.
They don't have the fishies anymore. So
the fishies gone?
Fishies are gone.
Favorite.
Yeah, no more fishies.
So
they just get extra attacks on the on the normal profile, so they get a few extra attacks to represent the fishies as well.
Okay.
So, Rich, to explain this, how this would work, for example, if I was playing Matt and he's got something that's a good Alpha Strike army, what would that be, Matt? Something like,
let's say Varangard with Abraxia and Archeon, or something like that, or a load of knights, Chaos Knights.
So he goes first, and he's going to come and hit me. Start of the of his, so in his hero phase, I would go, right, you're -1 to hit. So his whole army crashes into me, and he rolls terribly and does very little damage. I get to fight him back. Then turn 2, I could then run and charge with all my units, or run and shoot, or I could flip to the teleport option, the Tide of the Storm, and then teleport a unit. So I've got a choice of 2 things I can do.
So that's battle round 2, not turn 2.
No, battle round 2.
Battle round 2.
And then battle round 3, if I flipped to that other tide, I would either be able to go back to the -1 to hit again. So there's definitely playing going -1 to hit, teleport, -1 to hit, teleport through the battle. Or I could go up to the -1 to rend because I want to have crit mortals in turn 4.
So there's definitely a bit of choice there.
Yeah.
There are a few restrictions, just so you know, Rich, okay? So you can't pick the same one over and over again. So you can't be -1 to hit every single battle round.
Yeah, because you're not switching between anything then. You're just staying.
So you always do the switch.
I mean, I think that from the way you guys were describing it, I would probably go for the Stormy one for the
teleport.
Yeah.
Well, all 3 of them, to be fair. I follow that one all the way through.
You go teleport, rend, mortals, then you go to -1 to hit later.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would probably do, because I like the idea of reducing rend and then doing the crit mortal damage on turn 3, and then it's usually turn 3 be like, okay, cool, well, I need to get this thing onto that point over on the other side of the battlefield. And obviously I don't know how quick Idoneth are, but if you've got like foot dudes you want to get over there, you can teleport something turn 4 to score those extra points. Or if you're doing it in relation to your battle tactic, if you guys aren't sure, please watch or listen to our previous video on those and understand that a bit better. And you can get the battle tactic for, I don't know, scouting unit over there or something. So it could work well. I think I'd follow it that way personally, but that's a really interesting set of abilities. Opens a lot of play up.
I think it's good. I kind of don't see why the companion. I still think the companions could have the crit mortal. I don't think it'd be too.
Yeah, I don't think it would be overpowered, would it?
Because they're pretty.
You're speaking to a man who runs lots of hell pits and is still annoyed at their companion. So I fully agree. Get rid of companion. It means nothing.
Okay, so let's go on to the formations now.
Yep.
So shall I do beast? I'll do the first. Well, first one of mine is Achelian Beastmasters.
Yep.
So that gives.
Sounds like a Saturday morning TV show.
Yep. You get add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks for companion weapons used by Achelian units only. Which I think they all are.
They all are, yes. I don't think that makes any difference.
All the monsters and stuff are companion weapons, and they're all and mounted
Keelian,
stuff, and they're all Achelian. Archelian.
Don't know.
You don't want to say that one too much. Stick with Achillean.
Yeah.
Don't want Achillean involved.
Well, he does like fish, doesn't he? Apparently, or is that someone else like the fish?
I think that's Kanye.
Is it Kanye?
But again, the less about him, the better.
That's a rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
What one have you got? The next bullet, Ishran Council.
Ishran Council. So that's add 1 to casting rolls, ritual rolls, and lure-like rolls for friendly Ishran units while they're in combat range of any other friendly Ishran units. So +1 to cast is always good, but the ritual rolls is interesting when we get to and lure-like rolls when we get to the scrolls. That's actually quite a good buff for that.
Okay. Then we've got Marty Corp, and that is you can re-roll run rolls and charge rolls for friendly Namarti units while the wholly in 12 are friendly Achelian.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't think it's amazing.
It's okay.
Reroll charges is quite good, but do you really want to be fighting with lots of Namarti? Maybe there's a build there, but
maybe massive units.
I think there might be something with the Scourge of Gyron version of the Thralls, but
maybe.
And then the last one is Soul Raid Ambushers, which is when you use the Unpredictable Tide, which is the teleport one, you can pick 2 units instead of 1 to teleport. And it's called Fade Like Mist. That's really good.
Yeah. I think for me it's either Achelian Beastmasters or Soul Raid Ambushers. They're the two which...
Yeah, there's also a Scourge of Gyron one, which is the one I play, which is really good. Which is basically when sharks die, you can bring one back for command point. So
yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good. Just a quick one with the ability, the storm abilities you said before we get the teleport.
Yeah.
Does that happen before? Does that happen at the start of the turn you pick it, or does it happen after?
It's a hero phase, and it's your hero phase.
So you could, in theory, then, if you went for I think this is what I would probably do based on that, is you pick the Isharan one where you get the +1 to casting, and I would use that to teleport an Isharan to cast something in better range. Could you do that?
No, because you have to be next to another Isharan unit. So you have to teleport to, which you can do, because we'll get to the spells in a minute, but yeah, probably a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, it's got to be Beastmasters, because that's just really strong.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. Works on the turtle as well.
Yeah, works on turtle, which is probably...
I think the double teleport's fine, but you wouldn't be able to do it all the time anyway. You'd have to do it every other turn. So it's a bit like you're getting half the benefit out of it.
Yeah. So let's go on to artifacts then. So...
Do you want to do these and then I'll do the traits?
Yeah, fine. So we've got Armor of the Synthai. If that's how you say it, I don't know.
Yeah, I go with that.
So this one actually does work quite well with the battle trait, actually. So it says if the unit has not charged this turn, it's -1 to hit for combat attacks while made by enemy units while they're in combat with this unit. So if he sits there, he gets charged. Any enemy units in combat with him, so even 3 of him, are going to be -1 to hit.
Yeah. Which
could be quite good. Because that's what I would put on my Eidolon.
Yes.
Because people are going to charge him anyway, so they may as well be -1 to hit. And that was actually a passive one, so it's always on. Next one is any movement phase. You can heal D3 to friendly Idoneth Deepkin Cavalry within this unit's combat range, which is quite nice for a heal.
I think that's really strong.
Well, that's that's really good.
Every movement phase, even if they're in combat, really good.
And then the last one is the Dritch Leech.
Yeah.
-1 from casting rolls for enemy wizards, while they're within 18 of this unit. And whenever the enemy fails a spell, this unit heals 1. Which could be quite good.
It's not dreadful.
I suppose when you unbind, that counts as a fail, doesn't it?
Not sure. Yes, I would think. But also, just chucking an Eidolon in the middle of their army and going, well, all your spells are an extra 1 to cast.
Yeah.
It takes countercast out quite a lot because it'd effectively be -2 to cast.
Yeah. And then you'd be healing more and more.
And you're healing as they go. I don't think it's the best of those, but
no,
it's not dreadful.
Cool. I do still kind of wish that you could have more than one. Sometimes
different one on different heroes.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite nice.
I mean, we used to be able to do it by getting different formations and stuff.
Yeah, but not anymore.
No.
So do you want to take us through what do you reckon, Rich, out of those 3 then?
So out of those 3, I like the heal 100%. The heal everything within combat.
The cavalry
range.
heal. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already getting an idea in my head.
What if you have an army of the Marty? Then you're not going to take it, are you?
You've done something there, something not a lot of people are going to do.
Yeah. It feels very much like when you're looking at obviously we have to get to the other bits yet, but so far it's like, okay, so I would pick for Beastmasters. My Achelian units are doing all the buffs from that. They're also being able to heal from this. I'm like, it's almost leading you down the right, like a certain way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the best abilities, but
okay.
Again,
heroic traits. Heroic traits, folks. We've got the Champions of the Tides. So we have the Form of Fangmora, which is if the unmodified hit roll for an attack that targets this unit is a 1 to 3, it fails, and the attack sequence ends. So basically, you could only be hit on 4s or better.
Pretty good.
Okay. It's really good. So if you've got that, you probably don't need the -1 to hit because it doesn't really help that much. I think you probably don't take those 2 in combination. The -1 to hit is quite good for 5s to hit on things that hit on 4s anyway, but I think that kind of they don't work horrendously well together. Then the deployment phase one, this is called the Hunter of Souls. Pick one of the following weapon abilities for this unit's melee weapon to have this battle. Anti-cav, anti-infantry, anti-monster. So if you take your fighty Eidolon, he would be rend 3 against one of those types if you picked it. So that's pretty good.
Pretty.
And you pick that each turn, do you?
Or no, deployment phase. So you can customize it to who you're facing. Yeah. So if you're facing a monster army, you just take anti-monster. If you've got a mixed army, you get more of a choice, but yeah, it gives you the option.
If we got that, like Matt said, the Alpha Striking Varanguards of Raxia army, suddenly
anti-cav. Yeah, Rend 3 Eidolon's pretty good.
Out of interest, Paul, in your book, I've got the app on it. On my ability, it's black and passive, so I know it's deployment phase. But there's no...
So in the book, it says deployment phase.
Okay, yeah, in the app it doesn't. So
okay, that's interesting.
It's missing that in the app. I did wonder about it, but...
and then the final one is Nightmare Legacy. Subtract 3 from the control scores of enemy units while they're within 6.
Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that there's probably play with that sort of thing, but my rule of thumb is if they're dead, they can't score it. Why am I worried about taking
the other two are going to see way more play.
Yeah.
So for me, Eidolon with the full 1 to 3s to hit and the heal would be where I would be going.
Hmm.
I think, I don't know again if the Eidolon's really good or anything about it, but I think definitely the big cavalry heal, and I quite like the... What was the second one, Paul?
What the second? The +1 to rend on the cav.
I quite like that.
I don't think it's dreadful at all, Rich. I agree.
So if we go on to the spells now, should I do the spells? And
you do the spells. I'll do the manifestation.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about him then as well.
Yes, we'll go to his scroll straight away when I do that.
So 3 spells as standard. So they're unlimited spells. Cast on a 6 is Steed of Tides. You've got to pick a unit wholly in 12 of the wizard, and then you can remove the target from the battlefield and list it up anywhere on the battlefield more than 9.
Can't be in combat though, can it?
On mine doesn't say that.
Oh, and it's on the book it
Double
says
check yours.
take a visible friendly Idoneth Deepkin unit wholly within 12 of them and not in combat.
Yeah, on the app doesn't say not in combat.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what was correct.
Have they had an FAQ
That's
already?
interesting.
I don't know.
Not that I can think of. Pretty sure they haven't.
No. So
Interesting.
I would err on the side of caution and say it is supposed to be not in combat.
Yeah, that's how I would play it for now.
Yeah. So another spell they've got is Pressure of the Deep. So this one, pick a physical enemy unit of an 18, and you roll a dice for each model in the target unit. For each 5+, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target.
Yep.
So a bit of a long range poke for mortal wounds.
Nice for hordes. 5 up as well is pretty decent.
And then the last one I got is Counter Current. Again, you pick a visible enemy unit within 18, and until the start of your next turn, you half run rolls and charge rolls for the target.
Yeah, that's really good.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
That's great.
Half charge is great.
It is cast on the 7, so if you're doing it in their phase, you're going to need an 8 for
8.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty
Base.
tricky.
Well, unless you're doing that, the
Ishran one, where you've got the 2 together, gives you +1 cast.
Yeah, then that makes it a bit better. Definitely.
Okay, and then the manifestation law. So this is kind of like, there's not much to it. There's 1 spell, but you are summoning the incarnate of the deep. So it's cast on an 8, and you set the incarnate up wholly within 12 of the caster and not within 9 of any visible enemy units.
And then the incarnate itself.
So what you get.
It's quite beefy, really.
Yeah. Do you want to do its stats, Matt?
Yeah, fine. So it's got a move of 10, health 12, banishment level 8+, save 4+. It also has a 6-up ward. It has 6 attacks, which hit on a 4, wound on a 2, rend 1, damage 3. Pretty decent. And it also gets to any hero phase, it can summon tendrils. So you're going to roll a dice and add 1 if it's your turn. And on a 4+, you can remove 1 tendril, I'm going to say tentacle, from the battlefield.
People are going to call them tentacles, so I'll give it tentacles.
So you can either remove 1 from the battlefield, or if there are fewer than 2, less than 2, on the battlefield, you can set up a new one within 9 of the manifestation. Yep. And these tentacles don't move. They just sort of wibble about there in their wibbly way. So if I go for the tendrils, you know what that does, and then we'll go back to the rest of the manifestation.
Yeah.
So like I said, they can't move. They got 6 health. They have their own banishment value of 6+, and a 6-up save, 6-up ward.
Yeah.
Okay. They have some attacks. 4 attacks, 4s to hit, 2s to wound, rend 1, damage D3.
It's okay.
Not rubbish.
No, it's okay.
The good thing about them is that they can ensnare enemy units. You pick an enemy unit in combat with this manifestation to be a target, so that'll be the tentacle tendril.
Yep.
You roll a dice. If it exceeds the target's health characteristic, the target is ensnared for the rest of the turn. And this is once per turn, army, any combat phase. Only one of the tendrils can do this. While a unit is ensnared, it can't use commands, which is good.
Yep.
In addition, your manifestation, so you add +1 to hit rolls for this manifestation's attacks that target an ensnared enemy unit.
Yeah, so it's only the tendril that gets +1 to hit. It's not the incarnate.
Not the incarnate, because they are their own little in manifestations. So, that's quite useful.
Yep.
He's got one more. He's got a couple more abilities. The incarnate. So he has, if he's removed, the tendrils go. obviously.
Yeah.
And he has the wild form, like some of the other
Yeah.
manifestations do, where if he does banish, he just takes 6 wounds
Yes.
or 6 damage points.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
So he's basically got the old incarnate like health profile. So he's quite tanky, or she. I don't know. It's an incarnate. I wouldn't like to assume. Which is the 4-up save. So actually, it's quite good for pinning units in.
Yeah.
Whereas the generic one's only got a 6-up save now.
It's a cool model.
It's an 8 to cast is the biggest issue with it.
Yeah.
And the other thing to note is the incarnate and the tendrils are all separate manifestations. So if you bring out 2 tendrils, you're getting your opponent's getting +2 to their banish roll. So it's only getting banished on a 6 then.
Yeah.
And the little ones on 4s.
What do you reckon, Rich?
I think it's very cool, and I think it's a solid defensive piece that you would cast out to keep stuff busy until you get there, or to keep it away from you. That's how I'd see it being played, as a defensive piece.
It does have anti-faction terrain plus 1 rend, if that helps.
Oh no!
Kill your gnaw holes, isn't it?
Do you know what? Actually, my first thought on that is that would be fantastic against Lumineth with their big mecha shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good against Wildwoods.
Against Wildwoods.
Yeah. So actually,
Soulblight, Nighthaunt, who now put down lots of rooms potentially. We know Soulblight do. Nighthaunt are soon, aren't they? So, assuming it's free, you must be able to do some with them.
I think the Nighthaunt rules are on the website, aren't they, for the crypts?
Oh, are they?
Sure.
That's good.
Yeah,
I didn't see that yet. So
I'm pretty sure they are, because they came out when the new model was released.
Oh, nice.
I think it's really solid, but I definitely it feels more like a defensive piece to me than a offensive piece.
Yes.
And I like it. I think it's really good. I also think that 100%, because we've already breached the explicit warning, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I think that people are going to call them testicles, which is always hilarious. I enjoy that.
I don't know if testicles is explicit. It's a medical term.
So yeah, medical term.
All right.
If you said bollocks or nuts.
Well, no, because tentacles goes with like testicles. You can kind of match it. Or, I mean, it's basically hentai as a model as well. So fair play.
Oh yeah, now you're getting into the.
Oh dear. Right.
It took us 3 episodes, Matt. 3 episodes.
Yeah, but now I've got saying on the podcasting and do something about it.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I have to Google it or something, won't I?
No, it'll be all right. Mate, don't worry.
Right, should we go through the War Scrolls then?
Yeah, I'm just literally getting the points up as well at the same time, so we can say how much things.
I mean, it's so far it definitely seems like. Excuse me. It doesn't seem like it wants you to play mixed. It wants you to pick something. Like it wants
either go Kelly or go Namarti or do lots of
you are picking something
rather than
which I like. Yeah, it makes life easier, but it's a little bit restrictive. But it's not bad. It just seems like very much like that. Does the manifestation have any keywords on it, like Kellyan or Esran?
No. It's just manifestation.
Yeah.
Okay, so it won't get any benefits from that sort of thing.
No,
I think they don't. Do they either? I think
they don't benefit from traits anyway.
They don't benefit from anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
Commands on them. They don't benefit from stuff. They're their own little special thing.
Yeah.
Delicate flowers.
Yeah. So, right. What I'll do, Paul, is I'll start from on my app and read through, and I'll tell you what the next one is if you want. And you can find it in the book.
That's cool. Yeah, no, because it might be different.
Because otherwise I'll get lost on the app because it's.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You go in the app. I can flick on the book.
That's all right. So let's do a Kellyan King first.
Yep.
So he's move 12, health 7, control 2, save 3+, which I think is what he was before, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all the same, I think.
And he has a Kellyan Royal Weapons, which are 5 attacks, 3s to hit, 4s to wound, rend 1, damage 2, with charge +1 damage.
Yeah.
And then his Deep Mare, which is a companion attacks, is 4 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, rend 1, damage 2.
Yeah.
He has a once per turn army ability in a combat phase. So if he's charged, or they have charged, you add 1 to the rend characteristic of melee weapons by other friendly Deepkin units. Doesn't say companion, so again, that would only affect the riders.
Correct, yeah.
Or potentially Namati, because it says
Yes.
Deepkin. He also gets to do mortals when he charges in again. Still, you roll a d3 on a 2-up, you do that amount of mortal damage, and then he gets, or they get, +1 rend to their Akelian raw weapons.
Yeah.
Which is quite a good little ability.
No, it's not dreadful. They've combined the profile basically from the last time. There were more attacks on the beast just spread out. They've just kind of made it easier. You don't have to roll less dice.
I've got him down as 160 points.
He is indeed 160 points.
So not too bad.
No, I don't think it's dreadful.
I mean, he's a good one if you're doing
eels.
More, lots of eels, like you said, with that cavalry healing one, and you want him to charge in with them, and he buffs them and makes them better, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, for 160 points, he's not for 7 wounds and a 3-up save, and he's going to zoom around at move 12. He's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Any
thoughts on him, Rich?
I think he's a solid piece. It just seems like for 160 points, he's not bad. He's got the movement you want. He can do a little bit of damage, and he's a good sort of supportive tech piece. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. So,
what's next?
I've got Akelian Thrallmaster next.
Okay, I will go to that. Akelian Thrallmaster. The Marty Thralls. I've got him. Here he is. So he's a little foot character, a little infantry character with 5 wounds and a 5-up save. He's a 6-inch move with 2 control. Got 6 attacks on 3s and 4s, rend 1, 2 damage. So not dreadful. Namati. So his passive is Namati units. Wholly 12 of him get crit 2 hits. And then he's got the chain fight thing. So if he fights, you can fight with a unit of thralls next to him. They don't get any buff. No, they don't get a buff. It's just a chain fight.
It's chain. I mean, they're getting crit hits anyway.
Yes. I mean, it's okay.
How many points is he?
90, I think.
Yeah, he's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're running a thrall list, he's probably someone you'd take.
Yeah, if you're running a thrall list, you'd probably take I'd imagine you'd want to take like 2, maybe just for
double
coverage.
bubble. Yeah, potentially. What's next, Matt?
So I've got Aspect of the Sea next, and then we've got Storm after that. So if I do Sea,
I'll do Storm.
So Eidolon of the Sea, let's just call him, because I'm being lazy.
Yeah.
Move 10, health 12, control 5, which is pretty good. Essentially a monster. 3-up save, and then 5-up ward.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. He has a range attack, which he always used to have. 12 inches, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 2, damage D3. Not a bad poke.
No.
And then he's got 7 attacks with his weapons, which is 3s and 3s, rend 1, damage D3. So not too bad.
Yeah, this is the wizard one as well, isn't it?
He's a wizard, so he's a wizard too. He can fly. And his passive is just +1 to cast.
Okay, so that helps a lot.
Good.
With the spells you've got, that helps a lot.
Yeah, he's not Ishran.
He's not. So he can't
just sit in a little friendly group and get +2. Sadly,
but that's still not bad though. It means you can get that manifestation out on a 7.
Yes,
which is pretty cool.
And or if you're near a place of power, maybe potentially on a 6.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in this GHB? The +1 to cast now? I don't think +1 to cast is this GHB.
Yeah, no, I think that was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? I thought it's about places of. Oh, ignore me, guys.
No,
I don't know what's going on.
The places of power now make things obscuring.
So. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. Ignore me.
Or you can unbind if you can't cast.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the unbind. That's what it was.
Yeah. He's got a passive ability where you get to ignore modifiers to control for Deepkin units wholly in 12. Maybe useful, maybe not. When he charges... Oh no, not when he charges. This is any charge phase. If this unit has not charged, you pick any unit in combat with it, and on a 3-up they can't use commands.
That's really good.
It's pretty good.
That's really
good. So that probably makes him actually quite good to have that -1 attack, -1 to hit. Armor.
Yes, he could just sit there.
He don't want to charge anyway. He sits there. They charge him. He makes them all -1 to hit, and one of the units has no commands. So no all-out attack, which is pretty cool. And he has his own little spell called Tsunami of Terror, which he's always had this one whenever I used to use him as well, actually. You get to pick 3 different visible enemy units within 12 of this unit, and you should subtract 1 from the save rolls for combat attacks that target those units until the start of your next turn.
Yeah, so that's really good. Gives you an extra rend for everybody, basically.
Yeah.
And if you're getting, if your opponent takes the double, for example, you've got 2 turns of that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And then if you do the tide that's -1 rend, all of a sudden,
you're not.
That would
you're
be
not losing
you,
anything,
isn't it? Not them.
Yeah, no. What I mean is you're sitting there super tanky, and then you knock the saves.
And then they're being reduced still. Yeah. That one's cast on a 7, but 6 for him.
Yes.
In his stuff, which is pretty decent.
That's solid.
Yeah. He obviously has to be close, is the thing.
Yes, 12, but you can teleport him up there if you want to.
And then do it. And
the thing is, as well, like, what's the range of the -1 rend? Sorry,
8. That was everything. That was a tide, so everybody gets the -1 rend on this.
That's his. But no, I think even he seems tanky enough. He's what? Was it a 3 up and a 5 up?
Yeah. 12 wounds as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd chuck him forward. I don't have no problem with
that. Okay, and then we've got the fighty one next, haven't we?
Yeah, so this one was 350.
That's a bit pricey for me.
350.
Yeah.
350. God damn, love this monster.
I'd like him more at 300. I have to say.
I don't think that's bad. I think 350, considering what you're getting from him, you're getting a wizard who can cast 2, so automatically that's like worth 200 points. You're getting someone who can fight reasonably well, and you're getting the added buff of effectively a purple sun on 3 different units. I think he's well pointed at 350.
I think because everything else is so expensive in the book, I think you end up feeling like he ends up being quite expensive.
Okay.
That's where it comes.
I'll look forward to finding out.
So see what you think. Do you want to go over the Storm?
Yeah, so the Storm is the fighty Eidolon. So this is the Eidolon of the Storm. So he's same profile, 10-inch move, 12 health, 3 up save, 5 up ward, 5 control. So that's the same for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 attacks, 3s and 2s, rend 2, damage 2, but +1 damage on the charge. So 7 attacks, 3s and 2s, rend 2, damage 3 on the charge. That's properly hitty.
Yeah, he's definitely more. What's that word? He's definitely more consistent.
Yes, because you haven't got the D3 damage profile, which is
Okay.
Passive ability can retreat and charge, so the model can just retreat and charge. So you're not locked in combat, which is really good. And then once per turn, charge phase ability, pick a hero in combat, and on a 3-up, they strike last. It's pretty decent. Go in, make something strike last, fight with all of the rest of your stuff, and try and kill it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got one more passive, which is a really good one. +1 to wound for all Deepkin units wholly within 12 of him. So that's not going to work on the companion attacks. So it's only going to be on the riders, but still pretty good if you're running the offensive fighty eels.
Yeah, and it's only combat attacks, isn't it?
Yes, it's only combat, yeah.
No shooting with those reavers. Whatever.
Yeah, and he is I'm going to say 320, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I think it's
320. 320.
And is there any like wizard 1 or anything like that?
No, he's not a wizard. He's just fighting. Yeah.
Oh.
So I think he's about 280 for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. That he seems. If it was wizard 1, I'd be like 320 is fine. But
yeah,
he's not a priest or anything either.
No.
No.
So he's literally just a fighting piece. Yeah.
No, a bit too pricey for that.
If that +1 to wound worked on the mounts, that'd be about right, I think. But because it only works on the riders. What have you got next, Matt?
I've got Icon of the Sea. So
Okay,
and
so
then
this
Icon
is
of the. So I'll do Sea, you do Storm again.
these are the new models that were released with the book. So these are
And
like
this one's
foot
a dual,
versions.
dual kit, isn't it?
Yes, it's a dual kit. You can build it either one or the other.
So Icon of the Sea. It's move 7, health 6, control 2, 4-up save. So pretty standard foot character. Maybe 1 extra health, maybe.
Yeah, 1 extra health. They're a little bit bigger than some of the other heroes.
Okay. The melee weapon is 5 attacks, 3s, Rem 1, damage 2, with
Nice
+1
standard.
damage on the charge.
So damage 3 on the charge. That's pretty decent.
Pretty decent. Its passive is it can just run and charge whenever it wants. And it has a once per turn your charge phase ability. You can pick this unit and another unit in combat range, and they both gain extra dice for their charge roll.
So
You can
3d6
charge
charge.
with 3 dice.
Yeah.
Is there any restrictions on what it can pick in combat range?
Nope, anything.
Anything
really
in combat
good.
range. Any friendly unit.
So the turtle, that fighty Eidolon, 6 eels.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing I find weird is that this one's called Icon of the Sea, but the other sea is more magic-y defensive.
Is a wizardy. Yeah, this one's not a wizard, which is a bit
fighty.
Yeah.
Feels a bit weird, but what about the Storm one?
So the Storm.
So what's the points on that guy?
Oh yeah, 120, 130, maybe 130. I think
130.
Yeah.
I think for the 3d6 charge,
6 charge,
worth it just
really
for that.
good. Yeah, that's really good.
So, at 130, I don't think it's making any waves for me.
Very good.
And then the Icon of the Storm. This is the one with like 2 weapons instead of the big glaive. So same profile, 7-inch move, 4-up save, 2 control, 6 health. Has 7 attacks, 3s and 4s, rend 1, 2 damage. Has a passive ability. Enemy units cannot retreat while they're in combat with the icon, and friendly units that use a retreat ability while they're wholly within 12 of this unit can still shoot or charge later in the turn. So you can retreat and shoot and retreat and charge if you're near this one. And then finally, once per battle, so you can only do this once, any combat phase, you can fight twice, but strike last on the second round of attacks. So 14 attacks on that turn. 3s and 4s, rend 1, 2 damage.
Yeah. His combat attacks are a bit meh, really, aren't they? I think.
It's good when you get the icon and get the Eidolon, because then it goes 3s and 3s, rend 1.
But if you haven't got one.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I quite like him just for the
retreat and charge, retreat and shoot.
For other stuff,
really
is good.
Really strong.
The issue is that you're taking damage, though, aren't you? Like if you
are taking damage. Yeah, you do take damage.
Well, I suppose if you're conjoining, if you're doing it with cavalry and you've got that guy with the healing thing, actually,
it's not as bad. Yeah.
How many points is he?
Well, I'm going to say 120. So he's 10 points cheaper.
120 on mine.
Okay. And are either of those wizards or priests? Or
no wizards, no. But those 2 buff abilities are the equivalent of the spell, aren't they? Basically.
Yeah, I suppose.
That automatically works.
They're guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah. And but neither is a slouch.
No. I think the C is my pick. I think out of the 2.
Yeah, that 3d6
a bit better because also it's friendly units. So that would mean if you
put some
in there,
something like
that, you could do it on them as well.
Yeah,
or a Gargant, Mega Gargant would count as a friendly unit,
not friendly.
Yeah,
3d6. So
no.
So you can give it 3d6 charge, which is pretty
like using Gargants,
good.
To be fair.
Yeah,
I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it just says friendly. It's not restricted.
Yeah. So
what's on your next?
So I've got the Soul Render next.
Yeah.
So if I do him and you do the Soul Scryer.
Yeah, that's cool.
So Soul Render. So this is the one, the very, very cool looking model with the fish, with the dagger.
Yeah, with the hook
dagger faced fish.
Yeah.
And he normally brings back Namati. So he's pretty much standard foot character. 6-inch move, 5 health, 2 control, 3-up save.
3-up save is good for.
Yeah, I think I'm sure he used to have a 4-up, didn't he? A while ago. Or if not, a bit worse.
He has got a lot of armour on his model, so that doesn't
he does, which does kind of make sense. apparently the fish is called a raker dart.
Okay.
And it has a serrated bill. So it doesn't pay for much then. So it has... Don't laugh. It's fine.
Mate, honestly, I don't think that our listeners would have let us carry on if I laughed at that. I was just about to say, you can tell you're attacked, aren't you?
It has 3 attacks. 4s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1, companion. And he has a Talon Hook as his main weapon, which is 4 attacks, 3s, 4s, rend 1, damage 2. So not too bad. He can just kill an enemy hero if you're lucky. You can pick an enemy hero in combat, roll 2d6. If you exceed the health characteristic, it's automatically destroyed.
Yes, really good.
Pretty decent. There's lots of 10 wound heroes out there, so if you're lucky, dead.
And with his 3-up save, actually, you don't mind chucking him in.
No, you don't.
You chuck him in on a turn where there's -1 rend as well, and all of a sudden he's living, and that hero might well just die.
Yeah. And then he has an end of any turn ability, which is his Lure Light, which is the one which brings back Namarti. You're going to pick 3 different friendly Namarti units wholly within 12, and they have to be different. You can't pick the same units we target more than once per turn.
That's fair.
You make a Lure Light roll of D3 for each target. On a 2+, you return a number of slain models to the target unit equal to the roll.
Yeah.
So they're going to get 2 or 3 back.
Yeah.
Maybe +1 if you've done that.
So that's where the +1 comes into it, because you can't fail then if you get the +1.
Yeah.
You're always going to get...
You're always going to get 2, aren't you then?
You're always going to get 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's good for that. He's 90 points.
Worth it. Well worth it for 90.
Yeah, 90 points is really good.
As long as you've got
he's probably
the Marty, I think.
He's the second one.
Do you think
we spoke about
I even think if you're 100 points short, I think you might just chuck him in to kill characters.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is he? How many? It's 90 points. Is he one of those ones that can go in another regiment as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He can count as an Ishran
emissary. Yeah.
Emissary. And I suppose he would count. He is Ishran, so if you have him by a wizard,
or someone
give the wizard or the priest a
+1 casting. Yeah.
See, that's really good though, because you could use him to almost scare enemy characters from charging into that wizard. You keep them together, and they're like, "Well, I'm not going to do that because the risk is my, I don't know, let's say, let's say you're playing another."
Well, if you've got a 6 wounds or
6 wounds, isn't he?
Yeah. So on average, he'll just die.
He'll just die.
All Skaven heroes, basically, all the Skaven fit heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah. Soul Scryer. So this is another Ishran unit. This is the wizard this time. So otherwise known as finger pointy guy.
Yeah.
So standard profile, 6-inch move, 5 health, 5-up save, 2 control. He's lost his shoal of fish shooting attack, which is kind of I don't like that.
I always like that.
Yeah, 4 attacks, 3s and 4s, no rend, D3 damage. So 4 attacks for a wizard actually isn't bad.
No.
But his main ability, this is the one you want, which is a reaction to you declared the unpredictable tide ability or the Steed of Tides ability. So that's the teleport spell or the tide ability that lets you teleport.
Yeah.
Instead of setting up the targets as described in the ability, you set them up on the battlefield wholly within 12 of this unit and more than 7 from all enemy units. So you get 7 inches away, and you could be in the middle of the board. So he's really good.
Suddenly, him with the icon of the sea, if they're 7 inches away. No, the one is it the one who gives a 3d6 charge.
Oh, the 3d6. The 3d6 charge.
You've got a really good chance of getting in.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got it's going to be next to impossible to fail it. I like that.
I wouldn't tempt fate. I know people who could fail that.
Yeah. Me mostly.
Me.
I'm definitely not a. I get that people like to base things on probability, but the amount of games Paul and I have had where on probability a unit should
nothing's died.
I'm happy for people to use it as a general thing, but if you're going to say it's guaranteed, it's just like, well, it's just not, is it? It's just, if it was a guarantee, we wouldn't be rolling dice, would we?
Fair point.
It's one question I have. Sorry, Rich, what was that? virtually
I say it's
guaranteed.
virtually there. It's not actually guaranteed. You're right.
All right. As long as the AI robot tells you it's virtually guaranteed, that's fine.
Yeah.
So my question is, I don't think he has to cast a spell, does he, to do this?
No.
If any of your wizards cast it, so just having him on the board
Yes.
buffs them and gives that buff, almost like an army buff. So in some ways, that makes him quite. He's almost you want to have him.
If you've got 2 or 3 of them, you can have them dotted around your army. You can go to any one you like out of the 3.
Yeah, because I suppose you can only do the reaction once.
No, you could do the reaction more than once.
From one guy, so he could do it on both.
Yep.
The tide ability and then again on the spell.
Yep.
Or so you could have 3 units teleporting around if you took the right formation.
Yep.
And cast a spell off and all 7 away.
Yes.
Seems pretty.
And how many points is he?
110, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's another one of the can join a unit ones.
Yeah. See, I automatically almost want to go hit the Soul Scryer and the Soul Render, take them both and just have them together, because you're getting if you're picking the right formation, you're getting the buff to the cast. You're now controlling the teleport and making it more reliable that you're going to get.
Yeah.
I think that seems like a lot of shenanigans. I like shenanigans.
Yeah. So next, I've got Tidecaster and then Lotan. So if I do Tidecaster, you do Lotan.
Yeah, I'll look up Lotan, yeah.
So Ishran Tidecaster. So she is move 6, health 5, control 2, save 5 up. So pretty standard for a wizard, because she is wizard 1. She has combat is 4 attacks, 3s, 4s, Ren 1 damage D3. Again, pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a ritual roll on hers. This is once per turn army your hero phase, so you can only one of them can do this. You roll a dice on a 3 up, you can pick one of the abilities to start that work until the start of your next turn. You have Creeping Mists. So this is similar to the old one, isn't it? Where you can't be targeted if you're more than 12 away.
For shooting attacks,
For shooting, which is pretty good. That probably works quite well with the current GHB, I would say, in hiding all your tiny army a bit.
Yeah, I mean, so it's really good because most of your stuff flies in this book.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're not getting any cover from things.
No,
whereas this is really good because it kind of brings it back again.
Yeah. Or you can get +1 to run and charge rolls. Suddenly, 3d6 icon of the sea looks quite good.
Yeah, and also just a basic 7-inch charge becomes a 6-inch charge from that guy without the 3d6.
Yeah. And then Spiteful Riptide is the last one. That's each time a unit uses a retreat ability. After they've resolved, they suffer D3 mortals.
So it's 2d3 mortals for retreating, basically.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
You're probably always going to pick the can't be shot or +1 to run and charge, I would think, though.
Yeah, unless they've got a lot of units locked in combat, you're probably not going to be picking that one, are you?
And she is 120 points.
Yeah, she seems a little bit pricey compared to the Soul Scryer, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you are getting a wizard plus the ritual, but I don't know. I feel they could be the same points.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Do you want to take us through
Lotan?
Lotan, then Rich can tell us which one of those two he prefers.
The octopus shagger himself, Mr. Lotan. Standard profile, 5 health, 5 up save, 2 control, 6 move. And then Melok's tentacles and weapons. So this is the octopus. So I guess that means his name is Melok.
Definitely not a good
I thought
name.
It was called something else. But
to me, he should be called Timothy, clearly.
Timothy.
Every octopus should be called Timothy. I assume you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that.
No idea. This is obviously some dad thing, isn't it?
You need to watch The Boys.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've literally got you now. Okay.
Yeah.
Timothy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah. 8 attacks, 4s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1. So 8 attacks is all right, but no real damage out of it. It's not.
He may as well just not have any attacks.
I mean, you could always say that. So the passive ability is each time an enemy unit is destroyed, you gain a soul quota token, which you're going to write down on your little scroll. And then, once per turn as a reaction, you declare a spell ability for a friendly Ishiran unit wholly within 12 of this unit.
Mm-hmm.
You can remove a soul quota token and re-roll the casting roll. So basically it gives you re-rolls for your casts, which is really good. Considering a lot of them are on 7s or 8s, having a re-roll completely helps. And he's a wizard 1, and he has a spell, which is pick a friendly Deepkin unit wholly within 12 on a 7. They can have crit auto wounds for the rest of the team.
Did you say wholly in 12, Paul?
Wholly 18.
Wholly 18.
I might have said 12 by mistake.
You did say 12. Because I thought you found another app issue then.
No, wholly 18.
I hope you're writing these down, Rich. You know that's your job. Is report back to GW so they like us, so they start giving us stuff.
Oh, no, that's why I've just been sending them pictures of myself in various stages of undress. It's not worth so far. I'll let you know when we get there.
That sounds good. So, I mean, crit or wound is pretty...
Yeah, I mean, you get that as a bubble from the Thrallmaster anyway. But it's not dreadful at all, but it's not going to work. Again, it's not going to work on companions.
He's crit 2 hits.
Was he? Oh, okay. But again, not going to work on companions, so...
No.
And both won't work together.
No.
So...
Oh, will they not?
No. You have to pick one or the other.
Why pick one?
So, yeah.
So in theory, then, do you pick as and when it happens? So if I had Thrallmaster and Octopus, Timothy's friend, and I rolled, let's say I did a dice roll and I rolled, I don't know, 20 dice and I got 3 6s. Right, I want those to be crit 2 hits. Can you just pick the guys a buff rather than the other one and then swap it another time?
I think you pick the ability when you roll the 6s, so you can use one or the other at the point you've rolled the 6.
Because I was wondering if you could decide afterwards and go, well, actually, I want the auto wounds, or I want the crit, or I want those 2 hits. It's good though. I mean, there's lots of. I think
you pick him. How many points is he? He's quite cheap, so 110.
110.
Yeah, so I think the rerolls alone.
Wizard one that does something. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, so he's actually cheaper than the
Tidecaster, yeah,
by 10 points.
He doesn't get the ritual, but he gets the reroll. So you kind of pick him which you prefer. And also, he's got an octopus, so he wins.
Timothy,
surely. Yeah. What's next?
The other one.
You haven't informed me what's next.
Well, I've got Methala. Is that your?
Oh yeah, that's another one of the new models.
Yeah.
This is a really nice.
And then I'll let you do Volturnus if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I do. Yeah. Methala, maybe I'll call her something else.
Oracle of the bit. The Oracle.
The Oracle.
Call it Michaela.
Michaela. Yeah. Michaela Strachan.
Yeah. It's gonna age you. It's gonna tell people how old you are.
That's fine.
She could age me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Should I?
I don't think you should have, Rich. No. We've definitely gone past the PG rating now.
So she is move 10, pretty fast for a on the foot character. Health 6, control 2, save 5 up. She's basically just wearing a skirt, Rich.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. She has a ranged weapon, 18 inches, 3 attacks, hit on a 2, wound on a 4, rend 1, damage D3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just a bit of extra. It's nothing amazing, is it?
Her little fish apparently is called Dark Shoal, and it has ferocious bites. Where you get 5 attacks, forced to hit, 3s to wound, rend 1, damage 1.
Yep.
And then she basically has a wizard attack, 3 attacks, 3s to hit, forced to wound, rend 1, damage D3. And she's got a couple of abilities, which where things get a bit better. So any combat phase, pick up to 3 friendly Deepkin units wholly in 12 for the rest of the turn, plus 1 attack to the target's companion weapons.
Yeah, that's really good.
So she's making the companions better.
Yeah.
Which is good. And then she has her own little spell, because she's a wizard 1. Pick a visible enemy unit within 18. You roll number of dice equal to the target's help characteristic to a maximum of 10 for each 4-up inflicted mortal damage on the target.
Yeah. So basically, you're going to do mortals equal to half their health most of the time, aren't you?
So
That's not bad.
that one's not bad considering that you've already got the pressure of the deep, whatever it is, for the
hordes. So that's
hordes.
quite good for the
you
monsters.
Kind of get a bit of both, which is quite nice.
Yeah. I mean, you might just kill a 5-wound hero if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And she is 160 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
It's
valued.
quite
I like
a
that.
lot.
She is. I mean, but at the same time, not. She's quite fast. Does she have a ward?
Move 10 helps.
Oh, she has got a ward.
She has a 6-up ward, yeah.
She's a ward, so she's a bit more survivable.
Yeah, a little bit.
Does
If
she
she was
what
wizard-
keywords does she have?
I mean,
she is Isharan.
Ishran.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Don't hate it.
No, I mean, she's not dreadful at all. I think she's one of those, if you got you can get that 20 or 30 points to maybe upgrade Lotan to her, you probably would.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, points are so tight that she struggles to get into the list.
And I think going based on what I said before, it very much seems like, even with the heroes and the abilities, it wants you to pick whether you're going Akelian or whether you're going Isharan or whether you're going Marty. It wants you to choose one. And she's another example of that. She's like, okay, well, I'm buffing your companion stuff, and all the Akelian stuff has a companion attack. So
that's the one you want to be using.
Yeah.
So we've got Volturnos, the High King of the Deep. So 8 health, 3-up save, 2 control, 12 move. So 1 more health than the regular king. He has 6 attacks, 2s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage, but charge plus 1 damage. So rend 1, 3 damage on the charge. And then the fangs, talons, and lashing tail for his mount. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
He's got passive, which he's got a 3-up ward save for mortal damage inflicted by spell abilities, prayer abilities, or abilities used by manifestation.
That's not bad.
So it's very situational, but quite good when it works. He's got a passive that's +1 to hit for all Ankenian units while there are wholly 12 of him.
Just useful.
Okay.
Works on himself, so he's technically a 1 to hit, but obviously it's 1's fail. But it does mean if there's any -1 to hits out there, it doesn't really affect him.
No.
And then once per battle, any combat phase, he can pick 3 Deepkin units, wholly 12, and they get +1 attack. So won't work on the mounts, but would work on the riders again.
Yeah. So those two together, you could have the mounts and the riders getting +1 attack.
You could do indeed. Yeah.
And so, how many points is he?
230, I believe.
Yeah, he's properly pricey.
I think it's the +1 to hit.
It's the attacks as well. Once per battle's really good.
Because
it's 3 units. No, I don't. I would agree. I think he's a bit pricey.
Yeah.
I think at 200, I'm suddenly paying him attention. At 230, it's just a bit too now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, him and the Storm are quite good with a +1 to hit and +1 to wound bubble. Because all of a sudden, your eel riders are 2s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. But yeah, bit pricey.
So if we go on to the unit scrolls now.
Yeah.
So we've got, if I do the Reavers and you do the scrolls.
Yep,
so
that sounds good.
Okay?
Yep.
So Reavers. So these are your shooting unit. They are move 7, health 1, control 1, save 5+. And their attacks are 12 inches, 2 attacks each. Hit on a 3, 4s to wound, rend 1, damage 1. With auto wound. And then melee they have 1 attack, 3s, 4s, no rend, damage 1.
Yeah.
Their special ability is they can shoot even if they've run or retreat.
Yep. So super maneuverable.
Gives them quite a high threat range potentially.
Yep. Still take damage when they retreat. Doesn't say they don't take damage.
No. But and you get 10 models for 140.
Yeah. I think they're okay. For a little bit of chip damage on top of whatever else you're doing, not bad. Get around, grab objectives. They do battle tactics.
Nice and fast. It's kind of what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Thralls?
Thralls, we have similar profile. These are 6-inch move instead of 7. 1 health, 5-up save, 1 control. 2 attacks each, 3s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1, but they are anti-infantry and anti-monster, so they're rend 2 against infantry or monsters.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
And if they do damage to an enemy unit, the enemy unit is then -1 to wound for the rest of the turn. So that's quite a good defensive buff. You could be -1 to hit, -1 to wound, -1 rend.
Yeah. Could be good.
Yeah. I mean, and they're 100 points. They're quite cheap.
Yeah, 100 for 10.
Yeah. They're okay.
Yeah, definitely okay.
I just don't know if you're going to spam out like 3 units of 20 of them and some 10s just instead of the other stuff is my big issue.
Yeah.
I don't think they have enough punch to be like the focus of the army, to be fair.
No, I think they're your screen units to put in front of your other stuff.
Yeah.
And
But that's what I find
Kind of.
like so far a bit strange about the book is that, again, not seeing it, so I don't know all the ins and outs of everything, but you're almost like incentivized to take these as the main core of it rather than being a screening unit if you're going to go the Namati route. I mean, maybe if you've got like a unit of some in it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just mid-brain.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's terrible.
If we go to the cavalry now,
Yeah.
which is mostly Akkalian stuff. So if I do Ishlan, you do Morsar.
Yep.
And then you want to do the shark, I'll do the turtle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we're pretty much done then, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
So let's do the Ishlan guards. These are like the defensive ones. They are move 14, 4 health, control 1, 4 up save. The eel attack is 3 attacks, 4s, 3s, rem 1, damage d3 with companion. And then the rider's attacks are 3 attacks, 3s, 4s, rem 1, damage 1.
Yep.
And so they have 2 little special rules. If they charge, they gain a 5 up save. 5 up ward, sorry.
Yep.
And then any combat phase, you can pick an enemy unit in combat. You roll a dice on a 3 up. You make that enemy unit -1 attacks for the rest of the turn.
Yeah.
Which
So that's really good.
It's good because that
That's
everything.
really good. Yeah, and it's multiple units can use it.
Yeah.
So if you've got 3 units, literal units of 3, you could affect 3 of their units.
Yeah.
That's good.
So all of a sudden, you've got Chosen only having 2 attacks. Anything that's got just a 2 attack profile, suddenly it does half the damage it would do.
Yeah.
So not bad at all. Points?
No, not bad.
180, I think, for 3 models.
little
Does feel a bit
pricey.
expensive.
Yeah, for 12 wounds on a 4 up save seems quite a lot.
Even with that 5 up ward, but that's contingent on you getting into
It's
combat.
only if you charge.
If you charge,
Yeah.
and then you're in more danger, then, aren't you? Really.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got Namati, who you want to fight with first to make that the enemy unit
-1 to wound. Yeah.
Then you're kind of like just letting yourself be hit a bit. But
yeah. So Morsar Guard, these are the more aggressive kind of eels. So exactly the same profile, 14-inch move, 4 health, 4 up save, 1 control. They have 3 attacks with the eels, exactly the same, 4s and 3s, rend 1, d3. And then they have the Volt Spears, which are 2 attacks, 3s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1. They're charge +1 damage, so damage 2 on the charge. And anti-cavalry, so you have some anti-cav tech for these guys, +1 rend. They have an any charge phase ability, so if you counter charge with them, you can use it as well. Pick an enemy unit within an inch, and then roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in the eel unit, adding 1 if there are more models in the opponent's unit. On a 3 up, they do 1 mortal wound, so 2 ups for a mortal wound if they have more than you. These guys have lost previously. They used to have, if you rolled a 6 for that, you do d3 mortals instead.
yeah, that's gone, hasn't it now?
So
Yeah.
So you have a unit of 6 guys. You could potentially use 6 mortals on a charge.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
How many points are they?
170 for 3.
Still a lot.
Still a bit. Not too much, probably.
I think again
feel-
it's a 150. I
Yeah,
think that's
but both are like 20 points too much, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think the defensive ones are better than the offensive, like the hitty ones. Just in general, because they work better in the grind.
Yeah.
I think the hitty ones are I think I would want to take a unit of them to almost be a threat because
Yeah.
I don't want them countercharging me or whatever. So
Yeah.
you just literally just plonk her in the middle and people just leave them alone. So they'd be good to sit on a point.
I just think they die too
But there are a
quickly.
lot
Is
of
the
points for
problem.
that.
Yeah, it's like 340 points for a 4-up save unit.
Yeah, it's just going to die, isn't it, really?
What's that? Six of them is 24 health, so that's the same as like. So clan rats for a 5-up save.
Yeah.
If you put 40 clan rats in the middle of the board, they would probably last longer.
Yeah. And they'd keep coming back. So
Yeah.
because I suppose, yeah, actually.
I think where they're so expensive and where you're more likely than just dying, it always encourages you to be more aggressive with them.
Yes, you kind of want
anyway.
them.
You need to get in
go
there
and do
some
something,
damage,
and then they die.
Then they die. At least then they've done something.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the Alapex next? Or are you going to do the Leviathan?
If you want the Alapex, I'll do the VAR.
Yeah, okay, so the Alapex or the Shark. So 12-inch move, 8 health, 4-up save, 2 control. Then you've got a choice of weapons on the shooting profile. You can go for the Harpoon or the Net Launcher. Both have the same profile, 2 shots, 3s and 2s, rend 1, 3 damage. So that's not bad. And then the Harpoon is +1 rend monsters, the Net Launcher is +1 rend cav. So you can kit them out however you like. Current GHB, I would be going anti-monster because I think you can hide in all the trees with the cav, but you can't hide the monsters.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're going to get more use out of the monster one.
I would rather it was just a single profile.
It would be easier.
It can have both.
Yeah. Would save a lot of hassle, wouldn't it? And you could model them how you like.
Yeah.
And then in combat, you've got 4 attacks with the guys on top, the barbed hooks, 3s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1. And then 3 attacks with the shark bite, 4s and 2s, rend 2, damage 2. And the sharks have anti-monster +1 rend and companion. So they're rend 3 versus the monsters, just generically. You've got any shooting phase ability. So each shark that shoots can use this. Pick an enemy monster or cavalry unit that had any damage points allocated to this turn by the shooting attacks. Roll a dice. On a 3-up until the start of your next turn, remove 1 dice from their charge rolls when they're making charges to a minimum of 1 dice. So 1d6 charge. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Slow down a Mega Gargant or something, or...
Yeah. And also you've got that half charge spell. So if you cast that on them and they're on a 1 dice charge, they're on 1d6 halved.
Yeah.
So the maximum they can charge is 3.
Yeah. That's pretty good, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the sharks have this thing where they get +1 attack on the bite if they're within 6 of any damaged enemy units or have had models slain this turn. So they sense the blood in the water.
Yes, they got something similar in the last book, didn't they, I think?
Yeah.
Or
And points-wise, Matt?
160.
Yeah, you see, so I think one of those or a unit of eels.
You're probably going for shark, aren't you? I think.
I genuinely think shark.
There's more control out of 3 eels.
Yeah.
And they're a bit quicker, but the shark's better all round.
Yeah, does more damage. Can you take them in units of 2 still, or just 1?
No, just singles. That's the only
singles
downside.
now, aren't they?
Yeah, the cavalry fly.
Yeah. So
I still think that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's dreadful. I think they're competitively priced. Yeah.
Yeah, they're about right, I think.
Final scroll, the Leviathan.
Oh, we get to do the shipwreck still.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. Leviathan. He is a big turtle. You can call him a turtle name like Leonardo if you want to. That's fine. So move 10, health 16, control 5, save 3 up. And he also has a 5-up ward, which is pretty tanky. Okay. So he has the harpoon launchers similar to the shark, but his ones are only the anti-monster ones. So you get 4, range 18, 4 shots, 3s, 2s, rend 1, damage 3, anti-monster +1 rend. Then the crew in combat have 4 attacks, 3s, 4s, rend 1, damage 1. And the monster itself has 7 attacks, 4s, 2s, rends 2, damage 3, crit mortal, companion.
Yeah. Ooh.
So that's where you're going to get some. That's where you're going to get some of the goodness. He does lose 2 attacks if he's taken 10 or more damage, so he goes down to 5.
Still pretty good,
Once
isn't
per
it?
turn. Yeah, still pretty good. Once per turn army, any charge phase. The rampage only works as enemy infantry.
Yeah.
You roll a dice, add 1 to the roll. If the target has more than 10 models, on a 3-up, you inflict an amount of damage equal to the roll.
Yeah. So
So
3, 4,
normal,
5, 6
normal
models.
D6. Yeah,
So fairly
not too bad.
nothing really.
Yeah. And then he has a void drum, so friendly Deepkin units within 6 of him, wholly within 6.
Yeah,
I was
Got to
just
get
about to
5
ask.
up ward.
Yeah.
So you very much have to bubble round the Varden to get that
Yeah.
ward.
But it's good because it
I-
gives all your sharks or your eels a ward save, which is pretty
Yeah.
decent.
So
And how many points is he?
he's a monster, so he's 480 points.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah. I mean, he does do a lot. If anything, I think they're almost like essential. A bit. I think.
I mean, obviously,
I mean-
I don't know. I think if you want to, what was it? His thing before was he gave everybody cover, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
now he gives them a
That
6
was
up
a while
ward, a
ago,
5 up
wasn't it, I
ward.
think?
That was the book before last, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
Yeah.
used to give cover at one time.
See how much attention I pay to Wet Elves, or Elves in general. But 5 up ward ain't bad, but a lot of the stuff that you've mentioned, either has a 5 up ward or has a way to get a 5 up ward. So I think if you're taking him with Namati or you're taking him with the Sharks, that's where you're going to get the most value out of him. But I still think 480 is a
80.
little bit steep. Maybe at 430, but even then that's
Yeah,
still
430,
high.
440, I don't think is dreadful. But yeah,
No.
he just seems a little pointed at the moment for me. He's good.
But
He's
what
really
will
good.
happen is some people will take him and then they won't get taken as much as GW wants, so he'll just drop in points, and that's fine.
Yeah. Never know.
But I don't mind him. Don't get me wrong. I definitely think out of all the cavalry you described, the eels are fine, but I think they're a little bit too high. I like the sharks. I really do. I think the sharks are great, and I really like Turtle McGee.
Yeah.
But it's just he's quite high. But yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So the last scroll is the shipwreck, which is your scenery piece. So you get to deploy this using the special ability here rather than the one in the book, the deploy faction terrain. So you can set it up in either 2 small bits or a big bit. And then the rules are the same. So 3 from objectives, terrain features, etc., etc. But you just either get to choose 2 small bits with health 7 or 1 big bit with health 14. And it's got a 4-up save, no ward save. You add 1 to save rolls for infantry and cavalry while they're wholly within 6 of it, so that's quite good.
Yeah.
When you deploy up, you can just get +1 save by hugging it. And then models can't pass through this terrain feature. Sorry, can pass through, but can't be set up when moves on it. And if an enemy unit moves through it, they take D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. So it's like ghostly.
And does it have to be set up on your territory?
Yeah, so the usual rolls, wholly within friendly territory and more than 3 from objectives and terrain features. Basically, all the special setup does is let you set it up in 2 bits rather than 1.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, for free. It doesn't cost you points, does it, Matt?
No, it's free at the moment.
No, it's freebie, yeah.
It is
That's
also
solid.
obscuring.
Yeah, what was
It's
what
got
does it say?
cover
Obscuring?
impassable obscuring on the app. I don't know if yours says that as well.
Yes, it does. Sorry, it's right at the top. It's not in a box. Yeah.
So it would have the new obscuring rules on
Yes,
it. So your
which,
infantry
but again, only works on the thralls.
and the
won't work on
little
eels.
guys.
Yeah.
Little characters can hide a bit better, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe useful. Stop people doing the master the path straight away.
Maybe, yeah.
And shooting off.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to do the armies of renown, are we? We'll do that.
No, we'll leave that stuff. We'll just do the.
Yep.
We've done the scrolls stuff.
Yep.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on the book in general?
Do you want to go first, Rich? Actually, because you've just heard it for the first time, so let's hear your blind reaction.
Well, I mean, you're probably going to get a little bit of you've probably had a bit of a hint about my opinion on how it wants you to build stuff. So it feels very much like the second edition Skaven book, how it wanted you to build, which is like build into a specific way or a specific plan. So I think that if you're going to Marty, you've got a nice range of heroes to do it. I think if you're going to go Isharan, you've got a nice range of heroes to do it. And if you're going Akelian, you've got a nice range of stuff to do with that. I think, honestly, I think it's good. I think it's a lot of shenanigans. It feels fairer this time because in previous books, the way the tides worked before, you get to turn 3 and you're like, I know I'm going to lose because there was nothing you could do. And where I played, predominantly in the armies I played, had been heavily shooting. I couldn't shoot anything anyway, so I just games were at the best irritating against Idoneth. But I like this. This feels fair. This feels thematic, and this feels fun. Like I can imagine Idoneth probably won't see as much top table play, but I definitely think it's going to be a more fun army for people to play and play against.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I would agree. I think the changes they've done are good. Some of the changes are good. I still feel like the army's missing some units. I don't know what
It's still a relatively new army, isn't it? In terms of,
it feels like it needs something else to make it a bit more rounded. I don't know what it actually is, but something.
Oh, I know what it is. It's something like an artillery piece. I think it would need.
You think?
Yeah, something like that. I think, I don't know, a magical lighthouse.
A giant tentacle shooting sharks out of it. Yeah?
Yeah. Or actually, do you know what you could do with? Get rid of the terrain piece or make the terrain piece like a version of the Black Coach and just call it like the Ghost Ship. And it could do
with cannons and stuff.
Yeah, with cannons and stuff, and it can teleport Namarti with it, things like that. That can be quite fun. But I think it's a good army, like very solid. Like I just think that it's going to take someone. I think it's going to take a while to find all the best combos, which is great because you don't want all the broken stuff to be obvious.
No.
And I think it's going to take some. You probably won't see it doing well unless it's someone who's quite skilled with the movement side of things, because the movement in that is really strong. So if you can get movement down with this army, I think you'll win a lot of games. But I think that's going to be the key, is getting used to how it works and how the synergy wants to work.
I almost think that's it a bit also, is that they're, like you said, Rich, they're kind of pushing you towards a certain army build, which is one way or the other, which is more about killing stuff. But really the army's probably better at all of the tactics where you're kind of just running away and running around stuff rather than actually fighting, really. And almost like just leaving the fighting, scoring objectives like that.
Looking at the battle tactics
picking
for
fights.
The scouting one, the scouts, you take 3 units in Namarti, well, all of a sudden, actually, I'm just going to teleport them to where they need to be, so the following turn so they can get stuff. You can easily get that set of battle tactics. So it's definitely, you're right. I think the winning formula is movement, but the fun is loads of sharks.
Yeah, probably.
So I would say it's got a very high skill floor and also a very, very high skill ceiling. So you've got to be a good player to get the most out of the book. But if you're a really good player, you can get a lot out of the book.
Yeah.
It's not a book you can take as like a very casual gamer, rock up and think, I'm going to win 4 games of this. That's not going to happen.
No.
It's too fragile. You've got to be absolutely precision strikes, get them in the right place at the right time. So I played about a dozen games, maybe 15 games since it came out.
Yeah.
Probably about 50-50 wins, losses, maybe a little bit more with wins, but not much. And it comes down to a dice roll here, a dice roll there. We'll get onto my list in a minute, but it's very much what Rich was saying. It's all about movement and scoring points and doing things at the right time, rather than smashing my opponent off the board that maybe IDK books of old did. Maybe in the past you took a ton of attack eels, turn 2, you charged them all in and just tabled your opponent and won. It's not that book anymore.
No.
It's much more techy now.
It's like I think, like Rich said, I don't mind that because I remember when when it first came out, and I played Les. Might have been at one of the invitationals, might have been at one of your random little tournaments, Paul.
Yeah.
And he had, I think, 2 6s of fighty eels and 1 6 of not fighty eels, defensive eels. And I think he charged a 6 into me, totally fluffed, and the base just gave up because his massive unit didn't do what he wanted them to do.
No.
Whereas I kind of like now that it's a bit more saying to you, well, yeah, you can kill stuff, but actually think around it a bit more. What can you do to play the game a bit more? Don't think about just, wailing it on in there. So do you want to take us through your list, Paul?
Do you want to do mine first or want to do yours? Let's do mine. I'm looking at
I think mine's very unique, as you can imagine.
It's a full Matt Clark list, I suspect. So mine is it's a 4-drop list. It's in the Scourge of Gyran, the Ether Sea Predators one. So this one is the one where if a shark dies, you can spend a command point at the end of the turn to bring it back. So effectively, you're getting 2 for 1 on your sharks, which is really good because they're a good unit anyway. So I've got the Fighty Eidolon with the heal cavalry item and the only hit on 4-ups, so quite survivable. Then I've got 3 sharks in his regiment. The second regiment is the Icon of the Sea, which is the 3d6 charge, and with 2 units of fighty eels and a defensive eel. The third regiment is Lotan with a shark and 10 thralls. And then the 4th regiment is the Icon of the Storm, which is the retreat and charge one. I think I might swap the thralls for that guy who just kills heroes, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been playing because the thralls have just been a little screen that I can put in front of stuff. Battle tactics wise, I'm using Scouting Force because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units, and all of the returning sharks count as scouts as well.
Yeah,
so they're really good for that. You kill a shark at my end of the board, I can bring it back in your side, and it does the Scouting Force for me. So really, really good for that. And then Wrathful Cycles, because I just like that. I think that's a great generic one to take with anything. Because I'm so quick, normally I get more objectives than my opponent first turn, which starts me on it. And then if they ever take a double turn against me, or if I'm getting smashed and I become the underdog, I've got 2 battle tactics I can do. It's all MSU. There's nothing reinforced. There's only little units of 3. Zooms around the board, grabs objectives, charges, tries to pin stuff. The sharks all just so it's 8 shots on 3s and 2s. It's quite good at killing monsters or slowing them down. You can retreat and charge with a lot of it because you've got the little icon giving you the bubble, and then that one time you need a 3d6 charge to get in somewhere, you've got that option as well. At 4 drops, you're going to get a reroll on the priority more often than not. I don't really care if I go first or second, if I'm honest.
You've still got the movement to go wherever you need to go.
I'm so quick, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. But yeah, it's still super fragile. If you get hit by a double turn, then a lot of stuff's going to die. I mean, I got smashed by Gargants because it just doubled into me and took loads of stuff off.
Yeah. Does sound. I mean, my list isn't very good, obviously, because it's one of my lists, and I wasn't really thinking about having now, talked through it more. This I'll probably change it a bit based on what we've been discussing. But I went for Achelian Beastmasters. In mine, it's 3 drop, so I've got a king. So I've got a reinforced Morsair guard, so fighty eels. 1 unit of thralls. Then I took Michaela because I thought she sounded quite good. Because I'm more going for the buffing my companions.
Your companion stuff, yeah.
And I took 1 Alepex, 1 Leviathan. I took the aspect of the storm because I think it's just good. I gave him the form of the Fangmora and the armor of Synthai.
Okay.
Just so he's a bit like a
really defensive then,
basically. Yeah. So if he gets charged or not, it doesn't really matter. I don't care because he shouldn't die because of that. And I got 1 unit of 3 Ishlan Guard.
Okay.
So I've got Michaela, so I can do some teleporty shenanigans if I want. So what I probably do with this one is, again, it's a bit risky, but I still probably do the Scouting Force. and I probably do master the paths.
You've got
I've got
one,
I've
two,
got 5, I think.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. So
it's risky,
yeah.
but turn 1 you can do the first one, and I probably then just teleport the thralls into a corner to then do the other 2 for me.
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
No, it's not. It's like you lose the thralls and the Ishlin, and you've got nothing left to do it.
But then that's how I've always played the army when I used to do it when I had the army ages ago.
Yeah.
It means you get to go to the bar quicker when you lose, you see. So
you've thought about it, Matt.
And I do master the path just because I probably kill a hero.
Yeah, you should do with that list. You've got lots of heroes.
You can get to hero probably quite easily, or you've got enough anti. My Apex would probably have it would have the anti-monster one. So there's a monster hero, I can kill it with the shark and the Varden together.
Yes, that makes sense.
The plan.
Yeah.
So classic Matt Clark list because one of lots of things.
So if you took that to an event, how do you think it would do? I think I'd go 3 and 2 with mine. I don't 4 and 1 with real luck. But 3
I'd probably go 2, 3.
2, 3, 2, 3. So around the middle of the pack.
Like we said, it's on a couple of dice rolls, I just lose too many units, and suddenly I now can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well,
I've written one while we've been talking. Okay. To be fair, what I'll be going through. So, weirdly, I don't think our lists are a million miles apart from everybody's. So, Achelian Beastmasters as the battle formation. Yep. Oh, I didn't realise that cost 20 points. Oh. Achelian King with the healing item and the Hunter of Souls, which I think was the
deployment phase thing. Yeah,
that's the one. 3 units of sharks and the Icon the Sea in his regiment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Second regiment, Eidolon of Mathlan, the Storm one. So the 320.
Yeah, fighty one. Yep.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted? Or was that the other? I think I wanted the other one, actually. Have I got enough points now? No. So it is that one, because I didn't, the other thing possibly 20 points, I didn't realise. So it is that one. Why not? With an Isharan Soul Render, so he can hopefully kill some heroes. And then Michaela, another shark, and the Leviathan.
Yeah.
That's also cool.
And I would pick Intercept and Recover and Wrathful Cycles.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the manifestation to get the incarnate out, basically.
Yes. I think I was incarnate in mine.
For incarnate, yeah.
It's just such a cool model.
That's it.
Yeah. So this, I definitely think the sharks seem like there's a lot of play with them, and I'm kind of liking the fact that that's a unit that's sort of shared across, even if it's just one-off, shared across all the lists, I think. Which solid.
So Matt, you had a look around the tournaments and seen how they've been doing?
I had a little look to see if I could see essentially anywhere. So that there's
Matt's Voyeur corner.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've been on the internet this week, Matt. What have you been looking at?
There's none in the top 4.
Oh, that's what he did to his eyes this summer.
I think this should be a regular segment, Rich. We go, Matt, what have you been looking at on the internet this week?
Yes, very good.
I think you're right. And I think I'm going to make it a thing every single time.
We need to think up a theme tune. We need a little jingle.
I do look at the internet. Most of the time I just doom scroll, though. That's the problem. From old COVID times, just looking at the BBC website or something, all the depressing things they're talking about, whatever.
Only you could say you looked at the BBC. Well, actually, BBC might mean something completely different. So,
anyway, so I had a look at the tournaments, or that were on the Goonham website, which is basically BCP.
Yeah.
Best Coast pairings. They weren't in the top 4 on anything really. I couldn't really find them on very many of them. I didn't look at all of them, but I looked at a fair few. I think I found the highest one I found was they were around about 20th in one of the ones, but that was it.
Okay.
So I think, like you said, Paul,
middle of the pack, aren't they, really?
And it's going to be someone has to play them a lot and get better and used to them.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is when they're not doing well, the higher skill players probably won't pick them up because they'll pick something that's easier to do it with.
Yeah, they want easy stuff to do whatever they're doing. But
it'll just take that one person to write that one list that smashes people or scores loads of points, and then
Yeah.
everybody will be on the bandwagon. I just
Yeah.
think if they
It's
could
that skill
gain
ceiling again.
if they could gain like 100 points maybe in the list, I think you could really change them up quite a bit. It's only like 10 or 20 points on the Eels, and they could certainly just
I
get
think
that one other unit they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the Eidolon, not the Eidolon, drop the Leviathan down by 80 to 400, which I think
80's a lot.
feels fine.
Yeah.
I don't, for something that size and for what it does, that doesn't sound bad. I mean, you think that, Visic is 400, I think, now, and he does a lot more. So I think that maybe it's just a bit aggressively pointed. So let's say they drop that then by, I don't know, down to even 430 rather than 480. So drop 50 points.
Yeah, 430, 440, I think would be fine.
Yeah, the Eels drop a bit, and then you're right. You can get in a unit of thralls or something just as a.
You've got another unit in there. Yeah, and it's amazing how much just that one extra unit will do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, and then if we see anything change, we can always say.
Yeah, we can do maybe we review these battle tones because we've got a big watch, haven't we? We've got these guys, KO, Corn.
A little bit personal, Paul. Speak about your watch.
Hey.
And then
speaking about your big watch, Paul.
Nighthawk and Feck, haven't we, as well?
Yeah.
And Corn. What did we say?
Yeah. We said Corn.
Yeah, we did. We said Corn. So is Corn next?
Yeah, I think we'll do Corn next. Then we'll do KO. Okay. Because otherwise we're doing 2 order in a row, and that's a bit boring.
Yeah.
It's nice
to that's fine. It gives me time to play more games with the KO as well and report back. So that's
fine.
And then we'll do obviously Nighthawk and Feck. That'll be a little way away, won't it, before we get to them?
Yeah, well, probably a month or so. I expect. I know they'll pre-order tomorrow, aren't they? So,
yeah, for 2 weeks. So it's about 6 weeks.
So it'll probably be 6 weeks from now. So
yeah. And then we'll do Corn next week, maybe, if we have time.
We'll try and do Corn next week if we can, then do KO
the week after. Yeah. If we have time. Yeah.
Then, may as well
that gives us a little bit of breathing space to do Nighthawk and Feck then. Yeah. So who's doing what? Who's playing what at the moment? Who's playing Corn? Talking about Corn, liking Corn.
I've got him.
I think
I've got the KO.
I've got Corn, but I think me and Matt have opposite halves, if that makes sense.
Okay, well that's quite good.
Mortals, so I'm more demon.
You can split that between the two of you, and then I can listen in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I've got a fair bit of Feck and Nighthawk as well, so I can go. I'm happy to talk about those when they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, I'm historically a Feck player, but I haven't played them in a while, so I'm very keen to see how they change.
See how they play. Yeah, okay.
That sounds good.
I think the reviews are up tomorrow because it's Saturday tomorrow, isn't it? It's Friday night now.
That'll be good to see.
So you'll find out tomorrow, Rich.
Excited is not the word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
cool.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone, and hope you enjoyed that. And feel free to give us any feedback again as to anything else you might like.
Do we need to shout out socials again?
Yeah, we can always do it again.
Yeah,
so,
at Warhammer GC for me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, that blue sky thing. So either of those at Warhammer GC.
So
I'm seeing it 32600 on anything.
And then on X, I'm at GMAT2610, and on Instagram, I'm something when I find it.
What are you again, Matt?
Lurking Worm.
Oh,
yeah.
He's back on that internet again, isn't
he? Yeah.
That's it. Right. We've decided now, I think, Paul, if you agree, because Matt doesn't get a choice.
Why don't I get a choice?
No. His internet searching bit at the end is Lurking Worm's internet search. Done.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Great. Can't wait. I'm going to pick some really boring topics that I'm looking into.
That's absolutely fine. But you need to get yourself a VPN, mate. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. You also know he's just going to cut this off the end of the episode. It's not going to be aired, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This will be the bit where it just cuts out completely.
Remember, I control this. I have full control. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And
thank you very much, guys.
You will hear from us soon. Bye.
Bye.